Hello and welcome to today's online seminar. How are you guys? How are you guys? How are you doing? Hello Dilip, Srujan, Akhil, Ashish, Sudhindra, Balachandra. Hello Prashant. Hello Shivani. How are you guys? How are you doing? Hello Suraj. Hello Mrinalini. Shivani is fine. How about the rest of you? I'm fine, Shivani. Thank you. Mrinalini is super. Superman. I'm good, Samiksha. Thank you. Yes, of course, Mrinalini, we remember you. Okay. Guys, before we start the seminar, let me ask you, how comfortable are you with the GRE verbal section? How comfortable are you with GRE verbal section? The verbal section of the GRE, how comfortable are you with it? Trying to be comfortable. Shivani is trying to be comfortable. Kushnud is not very much comfortable. Akshay finds it challenging. Srujan needs to learn more. Not able to get the right answer, Anish says. Yeah, that's mostly it. Most of us, not just us, not just in India. It's usually the thing across the world. Right? All right. People find verbal section difficult in GRE. All right. If you don't know a word, you don't know a word. You cannot do anything. That unlike quant, when you don't know a problem, you can derive the formula and you can even try to do it. But in verbal section, if you don't know a word, you just don't know it. Right? So you'll lose a point there. So verbal section is a little bit tough, and not being the native speakers of English, we find it a little bit even more tough. Right? So in today's online seminar, we are going to discuss how to crack GRE verbal. At the end of by the end of the seminar, you will be clear how to crack GRE verbal. What are the basics to crack GRE verbal? Right, guys, are you up for today's online seminar? Are you ready for today's online seminar? Yes, that's the spirit. That's good to see, guys. All right, guys, let me introduce myself to you. I am Mani Kumar. I will be the coordinator of today's online seminar. I'll be organizing today's seminar, how to crack GRE verbal. All right, this is an activity-based seminar. We'll be conducting a few activities simultaneously here as well as on Facebook. Okay, here as well as on Facebook, we'll be having activities going on simultaneously. And there are a few gifts to grab from each activity. Let me tell you that. Okay, if you win those activities, you'll be able to win some very good prizes. So keep an eye on that. You blink and you miss. Okay, clear about that, guys? Okay, guys, let me ask you, how many of you have a Facebook account? Or let me rephrase it this way, how many of you don't have a Facebook account? Okay, Mrinalini has, Aditya has, Varshini, Srujan, Dinesh. Srujan says I have, but I'm not connected to GRE Edge on FB. That's okay, Srujan. I'll send you the link. Okay guys, I personally can't imagine someone not having a Facebook account. It's very difficult these days not having a Facebook account. So today, why not use your Facebook account for your GRE preparation? Would you like it? Have you ever used your Facebook for your studies? Have you ever used your Facebook for your studies? Mrinalini says a straight no. Shivani says Shivani has used it. All right, that's great. I use daily for studies, says Srujan. Okay, that's good, guys. I'll send you a link. Okay, I've already sent you a link. You can click on the link, log on to our Facebook page. You can keep a new tab open in your browser. Keep a new tab. Click on the link, open the GRE at Facebook page, and keep it open in a new tab on your browser. Okay, so that if you keep a tab open, you'll be able to access both the Facebook page as well as the webinar simultaneously. As I said, there are a few activities going on. Pratik, I've sent you a link. Please check your chat box. I've sent you a link here. You can click on it, log on to our Facebook page. Okay, I'll send you again. Okay, I've sent you again. I've sent you the link once more. You can click on that and log on to our Facebook page. All right, guys. Once you are done, you can like the page, or you can scroll down. You'll see you'll see a post that says "I am attending. Join me." You can like the post, the latest post on our Facebook page. You can even like, comment, or even share it with your friends. Let your friends also know what you are doing right now. Let your friends also know that you're preparing for your GRE, that you're serious about your GRE. Alright, you can share the post with your friends. You can even like or comment on the post. You can even tag your friends so that they know what you're doing right now. Invite your friends to the online seminar, guys. Okay. All right. Guys, let me ask you, where are you attending the seminar from? Home, hostel, or are you traveling, or are you in an internet cafe? Where are you attending the seminar from? Home. Okay. Giridhar is attending from the hostel. Akshay from internet cafe. Isn't that great? Such dedicated students. Pradeep is attending from the office. Sundar is also attending from the office. Farhan is from Dehradun, is attending from the hostel. Okay, guys, whoever is in the hostel. Whoever is in the hostel, you can invite your friends to attend the seminar. If you are at home, you can invite your parents also to attend the seminar. And if you are in the office, you can also invite your colleagues. All right. I'll give you a small hint. As I said, there are a few activities going on simultaneously. Will be going on simultaneously. So you'll need your friends' help to win those activities. So that's a small hint. Keep that in mind. Okay. All right, guys. So guys, without much ado, let us start the online seminar today. We have our GRE expert, Mr. Abhishek Ramachandran, sitting with us here today. He's eagerly waiting to guide you guys on how to crack GRE verbal. He has helped thousands of students over the years for the GRE preparation. Similarly, today he's going to talk. All right, he'll clear all your doubts. He'll explain the basics of cracking GRE verbal. All right, you can ask your doubts. You could type in your doubts in the chat box, and Abhishek will answer all your doubts. Okay, here is Abhishek. Let me introduce him.
Hi Mani, how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm doing great, Mani. I was just looking at the number of queries pouring in, and it seemed to be a very energetic online seminar. So guys, once again, good evening and welcome to today's online seminar. I see that all of you are very excited over here. Good evening, Yashwant. Good evening, Akshay, Pradeep, Rahul, Dinesh, Ripple. Hi, Mrinalini, Krishna, Sanjeev, Suraj. Good evening, Chiranjeevi. So how are you doing, guys? Okay, Akil is doing great. Pradeep is also doing great. Farhan is doing great. Alright, so once again guys, good evening and welcome to today's online seminar. So let me just introduce myself. My name is Abhishek. I'm a senior GRE advisor with GREedge.com and I have successfully helped more than 1,500 students each year with their GRE preparation. Alright, and that is exactly what I intend to do in today's online seminar also. Okay, so what you can do is guys, in this online seminar, it will be a very interactive seminar. You can pour in all your doubts. So at the end of the seminar, we'll have a dedicated question and answer session. Alright, so you can just type in your doubts in a notepad and at the end of the seminar, you can directly ask me your doubts. Now, if the doubts are relevant to the current slide, then you can definitely ask your doubts. Alright. Now, before we begin guys, what are your expectations from today's online seminar? For those who are already in Facebook, you can just type in your expectations in the Facebook post, the I am attending post. I'll just send you the link again. Alright, you can just type it as a comment. Okay, Mani Kumar will be there in Facebook, so you can also type in your doubts over there and he'll reply to your doubts. Techniques to crack verbal, says Mrinalini. Very direct question. How to improve my ability for GRE? Okay, how to tackle unseen words, says Pradeep. What about the others? Guys, you can just type it in our Facebook post. Your expectations from today's online seminar. You can just send it out to Mani. How to remember those words? How to tackle RC, says Piyush. How to get a grip over RC, says Chiranjeevi. Mani, is there anything in our Facebook page?
Yes, students generally ask this question: how to crack GRE verbal? Alright, that's exactly the online seminar. The online seminar is about how to crack GRE verbal. I'll be covering both the verbal section, the vocab section, as well as RC, which is the most important part in GRE. Learning new words. Abhishek, Pawan has posted on the Facebook page. Pawan says path to crack the GRE verbal. Path to crack GRE verbal. Definitely, Pawan, I'll be covering that in today's online seminar. Ankita says expected to get the strategy tackle verbal. How to improve verbal skills as it is an important part. Shivani has posted. Yes, that's actually a very good post because Shivani understands the importance of verbal section. Guys, in GRE, the verbal section is actually very, very important. We have one more doubt, Abhishek. Karthik Reddy has posted how to score 150 plus. Well, Karthik, I'll give you an honest answer. If you follow all the techniques in today's online seminar, I can assure you, you can get a score of around 150 plus in your verbal section. Alright, so I guess I covered most of your queries regarding, I covered your expectations for today's online seminar. Mrinalini is all excited. Let's begin. Guys, how many of you are ready? How many of you are excited? Shall we begin the online seminar? Shivani, Yashwant, Siddharth, Sandeep, Pradeep. Ready, says Arun. Alright. Now before we go into GRE verbal, we need to know what exactly is GRE. Correct? Well guys, GRE is also known as Graduate Record Examination. Alright. Now the exam is an online adaptive test to do your masters in the US. It's a mandatory test. Okay. Now, how many of you would like to do your MS and PhD? MS or PhD? Pradeep says MS. MS. Deepthi, Srijan, Gautam. MS and PhD, says Sandeep. Okay, so for all of you who would like to do your MS, GRE is the exam for you, right? Because it is a mandatory exam which you need to write in order to do your higher education in the US. Okay. Now, how many of you would like to do your MBA program? How many of you would like to do your MBA? Well, guys,
Ash wants to do his MBA. Yashwant, Mihir, Vaibhav. Ashok badly wants to do his MBA. Alright, well guys, for all of you who would like to do your MBA, well again, you don't have to prepare for two different exams because most of the top universities, they've started accepting GRE scores for MBA admissions. Alright? Ashok is definitely excited after hearing. Yes, Ashok, most of the top universities like Harvard, Stanford, they've started accepting MBA, they've started accepting GRE scores for MBA admissions. Alright? Okay. Now, the exam measures the scholastic potential of the candidate and not the subject knowledge. Okay. So, the exam, it doesn't test your biotechnology or microbiology skills. I can definitely see a lot of happy faces over there. Well, guys, the exam tests your scholastic potential. Okay. It tests it tests your ability to perform in a environment, in a university environment, a master's environment. Alright. Okay. Pawan is disappointed. Pawan wants to show off his subject skills. Well, GRE evaluates applicants from different backgrounds on a common yardstick. Alright, it doesn't matter even if you are studying in IIT, VIT or any other college. Okay, it evaluates applicants from different backgrounds, different colleges on a common yardstick. Okay, that is what the exam does. Alright guys, are we clear? Guys, I would like this online seminar to be very interactive. Alright. I can see a lot of energy. What about the others, guys? Alright, you can just type in your doubts or you can type in the chat box. That would be the medium through which we would be communicating. There are more than hundreds of students, so in case I give audio control, it'll be kind of hard to cope up because there'll be a confusion. So you can just type in. Samarth, you can just type in. Alright? Yes, Shruti, I can. Okay. Now, how many of you would like to go into a top ranked university? A top 50, top 100 university? Chiranjeevi was the first person. Mehir, Pavan, Samarth, Lakshmi. Alright, well guys, GRE is the exam for you. Because if you write your GRE, if you get a good GRE score, alright, it opens to doors to some of the top US universities. Okay, so I'll give you an example, guys. How many IITs are there in India? Can anyone tell me how many IITs are there in India? 15. 7 says Srijan. Shivani, Tarun, Akshay. Yes, Farhan, I can see your replies. Skaria says he does not know. Well, that's fine. 15. Alright. Now guys, why is an IIT famous? Can anyone tell me why is an IIT famous? Correct. The quality of the education. Because are you telling me that there are only around 14 to 15 quality colleges in India? Well, I have a good news for you. Because in the United States, there are more than 200 to 300 colleges which are of higher quality than IITs. Okay. So tell me, would you want to study in a place where there are only 10 to 15 high quality colleges, or would you want to study in a place where you have more than 200 to 300 options? Where would you like to apply? Exactly. US any day, says Mrinalini. Correct. So that is where your GRE would help you. Alright. Now how many of you don't want to spend your daddy's money, guys? How many of you don't want to spend your daddy's money for your masters? Akshay, Shivani, Sanjeev, Farhan, Pradeep, Sandeep, Anirudh. Alright, well guys, again, I have news which I can assure that all of you might be happy. Correct, if you get a good GRE score, it drastically increases your chance for a financial aid. Alright, so you don't have to spend your daddy's or mummy's money. You can sponsor your own higher education. Akshay is happy, Shruti is also happy. What about the others? Shivani is happy. Yes, Chiranjeevi, you will definitely get scholarships. Shivangi, you can type it here itself in the chat box. Now guys, when is the exam conducted? When is the GRE exam conducted? Well, you can write the exam on any day. Alright, depending on the availability, you can write it on any day. Alright, You don't have to wait for a particular day in a year or a particular month, because you can write your exam on any day except on Saturdays, Sundays and public holidays. Alright. Now your exam is valid for 5 years. Okay. But what I would suggest you to do is that once you give your exam, I would suggest you to apply within 2 years itself, not to wait for 5 years, because then the university would inquire. They'll kind of would be curious why exactly you didn't apply in all these 5 years. Okay. So as an advisor, I would suggest you to apply by 2 years itself. Okay. Alright, Pawan is clear. What about the others, guys? Chiranjeev is clear. Sandeep, Pawan Puneet Singh. Well, Dripul, there's no limit for that. You can write your exam again and again, but see, the exam is actually pretty expensive. Alright, so I wouldn't suggest you to write it again and again. You just prepare well once and give your exam. Alright? No, Shruti, it won't have much of an effect. Okay. Now, guys, all of us now we all know about the GRE, the exam, when you should write the exam, why the exam is written. Correct. Now, what are the main benefits of taking the exam, guys? What is the main benefit of taking the exam? Can anyone tell me? Pawan says scholarships. Yes, it is part of that. Samad says specialization. Pawan financial aid. Pawan Puneet Singh financial aid. For a good job. Karishma is honest. She says for a good job. Chance to earn in dollars, says Meher. Well, guys, the main benefit of taking the exam is that you get more options after graduation. Alright? You get more options after graduation. Once you write the exam, it opens to doors of some of the top US universities. And not only that, courses from microbiology to structural engineering, alright, all the courses, they accept GRE scores for admissions into those universities, alright, and you also get an access to better colleges, okay. And for all of you who would like to sponsor your own education, who don't want to spend your daddy's money, well, again, GRE can help you in getting a financial aid. And guys, one more thing which I would like to add is that the main benefit of taking the exam, again, it helps in your visa, alright, because it indicates your keenness for higher studies. So that it kind of helps you in your visa also. Yes, Farhan, passport is required to apply for the exam. Alright. So shall we move forward? Are we clear about the benefits? Okay. Now the total duration of the exam is 4.5 hours. Alright. Now this 4.5 hours includes your 10-minute break. Okay. You would be given a 10-minute break. So it includes that. And there are 6 sections. Okay. 2 quant sections, 2 verbal sections, an analytical writing section, and an experimental section. Alright. Now in your quant, there would be 20 questions and 35 minutes per section. So you would have 2 sections like that. In your verbal, again, you would have 20 questions, but only 30 minutes per section. Okay. And then you have analytical writing, where it's basically like an essay writing. You would have to write 2 essays, and issue task and argument task. Like 30 minutes. And an experimental section. Guys, how many of you know what an experimental section is? How many of you have heard about an experimental section? Exactly. It's the unscored section. Alright, it's kind of like a surprise. GRE is giving you a surprise. Exactly, Sanjeev. It does not carry any marks. Alright, it's a dummy section. But the tricky thing is that you won't know which section is your experimental section or not. Okay, so you would have to write it. Yes, you would have to write it, because see, they won't tell that this section is experimental or not. Okay, so let's say, for example, you finish writing your exam and you get 3 verbal sections. That means one of your verbal section was an experimental section. Exactly, Shruti. It's just for ETS to understand the quality of the questions, the difficulty level of the questions. It's basically for research purpose. Yes, Rahul, it can be. The first section also can be an experimental. Pranalini, issue task and an argument task is basically in an analytical writing section. You would have to write 2 essays. Okay, so a topic would be given, and let's say it's about usage of paper bags. Okay, just an example. So you would have to write an argument for it and also an argument against it. Why is it bad? Does it harm the does it harm, like that? And also you should write for it. Yes, Anirudh, the experimental section differs for each individual. Exactly, Pavan. Just like a GD, but then it's on a written form. Okay, but guys, after looking at the slide, there's one thing that you can understand. Can anyone guess what is that? What am I referring to? There's one thing after looking at the slide you'll understand. Exactly, it's a time-based test. Correct. GRE is a time-based test. Okay, so all of you should understand how much time you have for your exam. It's a time-based test, and especially for questions like RC, a lot of time would be taken. Correct, and that is what I'll be covering in today's online seminar. Okay. Total mark, says Ashok. Well, Ashok, the total mark, the GRE is out of 340. Okay. Now your verbal is out of 170, quant is out of 170, and analytical writing is 0 to 6. Okay. Now you can skip questions and answer later within the time allotted in a section. Alright. And the test is adaptive at section level. So individual questions in a section are not adaptive, guys. It's adaptive at a section level. Okay. Now this is the basic GRE pattern. Alright. Now guys, so questions are fixed for all. No, Samarth, questions are totally unique for each individual. Okay. Now I'll show you an example of a GRE verbal question. Alright, I'll show you an example of a GRE verbal question, and let's see who's the first one to answer. Now all of us are clear with the GRE pattern, correct? Now before we start on the verbal section, I would like everyone to participate in this small little question. Let's see who the first person to answer this is. The correct answer is E, alternative. Alright, and the first person to answer this correctly is Avinash. So now, Avinash got this answer correct. Most of you got this answer correct. But guys, do you know that you can spend only around 30 seconds for this question? Now all of you answered, most of you answered it correctly. Yes, Mrinalini, you would get only approximately 30 seconds to answer this. Too less, says Preetham. Well, guys, that is why time management is very important. Now, let's say how many of you can answer this question? Text completion single blank question. So the correct answer is D, exacerbated. Okay, so most of you got the answer correct. Samad got it correct. Sri Harsha got it correct. Srijan, you can answer it here itself. You can just type your questions over here itself. Alright. Now let's take a last example for today. Alright, last example. This is a text completion double blank question. So let's see how many of you can get this answer correct. Text completion double blank. You can just come closer to your screens, guys. Guys, all of you can answer. It doesn't matter if it's wrong, if it's incorrect. Okay, all of you can answer. The correct answer is avidity and merely illusory. Right? So most of you did not get the answer correct. Now guys, can anyone tell me why exactly you did not get the answer correct? Too long. Too long, says Ashok. Lengthy, not enough time. Well guys, it all boils down to one reason. Exactly, lack of knowledge of words, says Shruti. That is where your GRE vocab will help you. Alright? You need to work hard on your vocabulary. Okay? So GRE vocab, how to remember words. How many of you are ready, guys? We are in the second part of the online seminar, how to remember words. Now, in order to remember words, now in order to learn a word, you need to complete the 3-step preparation method. All right. Now, the 3-step preparation method is actually similar to meeting a new person. You're traveling, you're meeting a new person. What is the first thing that you'll do? First, you'll ask his name. Correct. So, just like that, when you come across a word, also that is the first thing which you need to do. The first thing is the stranger stage, where you basically try to identify the meaning of the word, the parts of speech, and the usage. Then comes the acquaintance stage, where you explain the meaning of the word in your own words. You categorize the word. And then the friend stage, where you use the word in speaking or writing. You differentiate the word from other related words. Alright? This is the main thing which you need to do in order to remember a word. So guys, are we all clear? Are we clear with the 3 basic steps? Pavan is clear, Pradeep, Yashwant, Sriharsha, Anish, Mrinalini. Okay. Now let's take for example the word expropriate. Now in stage 1, what we need to do is exactly to identify the meaning of the word. Okay, know a word. Now let's take for example the word expropriate. Alright. Now expropriate means to officially take away private property from its owner for a public use. Now parts of speech is a verb. Correct. Now let's say usage. The land was expropriated by the state. Legislation was introduced to expropriate land from absentee landlords and redistribute it to peasants. And the Bolsheviks expropriated the property of the landowners. Okay. So do you see what I've done over here, guys? I've written the word expropriate, the part of speech, and the usage. Alright? Guys, is it dinner time already? Where is the excitement? Okay, Pradeep is here. Rahul, Shruti, Pavan. Okay. Now let's go to stage 2. Alright? Now stage 2 is the acquaintance stage. Now in this stage you basically try to write in your own language. Okay. So over here write in your own language, it doesn't mean that you write it in Hindi or Marathi. Okay. You write it in language by which you would understand. Now for example, for the word expropriate, this is what I have written. By expropriating, we acquire personal property officially from its owners for a common purpose. For example, the act of acquiring the land for laying a road or building a dam is expropriation. So do you see what we've done over here, guys? Pradeep says great. So I'm guessing Pradeep does not like dictionary language. Alright, so this is what happens in stage 2. Now there's another part in stage 2 which is actually very interesting. Alright, which is actually very interesting. I'll tell you. That is the thematic classification of words. Right? For example, words related to personalities or words related to interpersonal relations. Guys, I'll tell you the main advantage of studying with the help of themes. Because when you study with the help of themes, it helps you to get a better understanding of words. Because you not only learn one word, but you also learn all the words related to the word. Okay? I'll give you an example. Guys, how many of you know Rajnikant? How many of you know Rajnikant? Anirudh. Manikumar says he's a big fan of Rajnikant. Ganesh, Ashutosh, Krishna, Akshay. Okay, so guys, tell me, what are the first GRE words that comes to your mind when you think of Rajnikant? I'm also a very big fan of Rajnikant, by the way. Legend, gallant. Karishma, lungi dance is not a GRE word. Legend. champion, dynamic, powerful, hard worker, style. What about the others, guys? Come on, everyone should know Rajnikant.
How about flamboyant?
Definitely flamboyant. I would agree. Winner, action, immortal. Iconic, says Deepthi. Okay, so guys, do you see what we've done with this small little exercise? See, the next time when someone says Rajnikant, you will be able to know all these words. Correct? You will be able to relate all these words with Rajnikant. Correct? So tell me, guys, do you want to learn with the help of a big fact dictionary, or do you want to learn words with the help of Rajnikant? Tell me honestly. I think I know your answer. Rajnikant says Preetham. Tejasri says Rajnikant. Rahul, Samath, Sanjeev. Exactly. Okay, so I'm hoping all of you will use Rajnikant to help for your GRE preparation. Okay. So now let's go to the stage 3. The stage 3 of preparation. Alright. Use the word in speaking or writing. Alright. So as Mani said that you can use Facebook for GRE preparation. Well, guys, you can use GRE words in Facebook. Correct. You can use it in your chat, emails, in your Facebook comments. Initially, your friends would think that it's a bit weird, but guys, don't worry. Okay. You might end up even teaching your friends GRE words. Okay. Now, for all of you who are in your college, or for all of you who are working, you would have your office newsletters or your assignments. Correct. Well, guys, you can use GRE words for that. You can impress your boss. Alright. You use the words in speaking or writing. Now, I've used the word expropriate over here in a formal sentence. So let's see. The recent revision of government land value for property is a bliss for the people who are affected by expropriation of lands for widening the national highway. Now, they'll get a lump sum amount as a compensation also. Okay, now I've used the word expropriate and I've put it in a formal sentence. Following a strong reaction to the expropriation of agricultural lands for expanding the international airport, the government decided to drop the idea. Alright? So do you see what we've done over here? So are we clear, guys, how exactly to use the word in writing? Are we all clear? Okay. Now there was another important point which I was stressing initially. How many of you remember that point? In stage 3, there was another important point. Exactly, differentiating the word from other related words. Because guys, for questions like sentence equivalence and text completion, differentiating words, it's very important. Okay. Now let's say, for example, the word expropriate. How do we differentiate the word expropriate from other related words? Well, the first thing which you need to do is you create a word web. Alright. Now do you see the colorful circles in front of your screen? Alright, so guys, this is known as a word web. So what we have to do is just type in the word expropriate, and here what I've done is I have written all the closely related words around expropriate. Okay. Appropriate, deprive, divest, and misappropriate. Alright. Now expropriate is a verb. Correct. It means to officially take away private property from its owner for a public use. Now how is it different from appropriate, guys? Well, appropriate means to take somebody's idea for your own use, especially illegally or without permission. Now how is it different from misappropriate? Well, misappropriate, it means to take somebody else's money or property for yourself, especially when they have trusted you to take care of it. Akash is asking how to find related words. Well, Akash, at the end, I'll actually tell you how to find the related words. Alright, GRE word list can help you with that. At the end of the seminar, I'll tell you how exactly to get the GRE word list. Okay? Alright. Now, how is expropriate different from deprive? Well, deprive means to prevent somebody from having or doing something. Alright. Especially something important. For example, the court ruling deprived us of any share in the inheritance. Okay. Now, how is it different from divest? Because divest means to take something away from someone or something else. For example, he was divested out of his title, his power, dignity. Okay. So this is how you need to study a word. These are the 3 steps which you need to cover in order to study a word. Okay. First, well, Ankita, that it depends on the context. So guys, are we all clear with the 3-step preparation method? First, identify the meaning of the word, then you use the word, and then you apply the word. Alright? Are we all clear? Okay. Now, after you finish these 3 steps, how exactly do you remember the word? Mrinalini says it's time consuming. Well, Mrinalini, I'll tell you where exactly you can get a capsule. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, there's the capsule. Okay, a wordless capsule where you can do all this in a matter of a few months itself. Would you like it? How many of you would like the capsule, guys? Meher, Srijan, Mrinalini, Sanjeev, Pavan, Akshay, Pradeep. Everyone says Smriti. Okay, well, definitely I'll help you with that. Alright? Now, the first thing which you need to do is you need to enjoy the act of learning new words. Alright, guys? Each time you come across a word, you need to enjoy the act of learning new words. Okay? And then relate the words. Relate the words with the help of pictures, with themes. And you try to associate the words. Now, do you remember the word web which I showed you earlier? Well, guys, you can use the word web. You can use a word web, you can draw your own word webs, and you try to associate the words with other related words. And then use the words regularly. Okay, use the words regularly. You can use it when you're speaking to your dad, mom, friends, your girlfriend, boyfriend, doesn't matter. Alright? And another golden rule which you should never skip is revise the words regularly. Okay? You need to revise the words regularly. Now, motivation is the key, guys. You should become interested in learning words. Okay? You create a mental image of you getting a full score in GRE. Whenever you get bored, tired, wherever you see, you should only see the magic number 340. Okay? Each time you log into your Facebook, number of notifications should be 340. Okay? Doesn't mean that you should always stay in Facebook. Okay? But wherever you see, whenever you come across a number, the magic number 340 should be there. Alright? Because guys, if you start doing this, you'll start enjoying the act of learning new words. Okay. Another thing which can help you is the GREH complete word list. Alright. Another thing which can help you is the GREH complete word list. Now I'll tell you where exactly you can get the word list. Okay. Now learning with pictures. How many of you learn with pictures, guys? How many of you use pictures to learn? Okay. Well, guys, relate the words with pictures. Alright, because visual long-term memory, it has a massive storage capacity for object details. Okay, because you can remember words with the help of pictures associated with it. Okay. Now, let's take, for example, the word equanimity. Now, guys, you can come closer to your screens. Alright. Now, equanimity, which means a calm state of mind where you do not become angry or upset. Okay? Especially in difficult situations. Okay? Now, equanimity is a noun. Correct? Now, let's see a usage. She accepted the prospect of her operation with equanimity. Now, do you see a picture of a saint meditating, guys? Definitely, I'll share the slides with you. I'll share the recording with you. At the end of the seminar, I'll tell you where exactly you can get a video recording. Guys, do you see a picture of a saint meditating over here? Okay, Manjunath. Alright, definitely Manjunath. I'll just send you a recording. Okay, so guys, can you give me a usage for the word equanimity? Suhan says he cannot remember pictures. Well, Suhan, it's because you're not following the 3-step preparation method. Meditation, says Sandeep. Okay. Balance, says Anish. Meditation. He stood with equanimity after his breakup, says Srijan. Okay, that's a very interesting usage. He learned all the GRE words with equanimity. Okay. So guys, are we clear on how exactly to learn with the help of pictures? Yes, Hima, it's more than enough. Alright, GRE's word list is complete and comprehensive. You just have to complete the word list. Batman always maintains his equanimity. Okay, we have a Batman fan over here. Mrinalini wants another example. Alright, I'll give you another example. Now the word crestfallen, it means sad and disappointed because you have failed and you did not expect to fail. Okay, now the parts of speech is an adjective. After losing its last game, the team was crestfallen. Alright. Now do you see a picture of the English cricket team all sad and disappointed? Abhishek accepts all questions with equanimity, says Anirudh. Well, I'd love to answer your doubts, Anirudh. They are crestfallen, says Ashok.
Alright guys, time for the millisecond moment. Guys, are you up for it? How many of you know what is the GRE millisecond? Shivani knows already. Samarth says surprise. Anirudh doesn't know. Okay guys, don't worry, I'll explain what is the GRE millisecond moment. Okay, as I promised you in the beginning of the seminar that there will be activities going on. So this is the first activity for today. Guys, as Abhishek told you in today's seminar that GRE is a time-based test. So would you like to test your skills? Would you like to test your time management skills? Shall we see who is the fastest in here? Mrinalini says obviously. Okay. Okay guys. So guys, all you have to do is, I'll send you a link. Right? You have to click on that link, go to our Facebook page and answer the latest post on our Facebook page. We have posted a question on our Facebook page. If I'll send you a link, you can click on the link, go to our Facebook page, you'll see the latest post on our Facebook page. You can answer the post. You'll find a question with 4 options. The first person to answer correctly will win the GREH millisecond award. I see there are already a few responses. Guys, I'm expecting a lot more. I'll read out the question out loud for you. A good score in GRE's GRE style test can bolster one's confidence prior to GRE. Which of these words is not a synonym of the word bolster? A. Reinforce, B. Encourage, C. Fortify, D. Impede. Which of these is not a synonym of the word bolster? Reinforce, encourage, fortify, impede. What do you think is the right answer, guys? You can answer it on our Facebook page. Guys, I guess it's a very simple question, very easy question. You should get it right, guys. All right, guys, have all of you answered? Shyam, Prateek, Deepak, Satyabharat, all go for impede. All are going for impede. Ankita says impede. Okay. Mansa says reinforce. Hima says impede. Alright guys, time up. Shall we announce the results? Samath says, yeah. Samath is like, bring it on. All right. All right, all right, guys. The results are out. All right, guys. The winner for today's GRE millisecond moment is. Get your hands together, guys. The winner for today's GRE Academy Award, GRE millisecond moment award is Nikunj Gupta. Give a big round of applause for Nikunj Gupta. Congrats, Nikunj. That was very well done, and that was really very quick. Fantastic. Nikunj, since you have won the GRE millisecond moment, we will give you an opportunity to speak to Abhishek directly. If you have your microphones ready with you, I will give you the audio access. You can ask your doubt directly to Abhishek. Get your microphones ready, Nikunj.
Congrats, Nikunj. You did a good job. Guys, all of you did a very good job. All of you did a very good job for participating fast.
All right, guys. The answer. The answer is B. Impede. Impede is not a synonym of the word bolster. I'm sure all of you got it right. Most of you got it right almost. That was a simple one.
Well, Mani, Akshay wanted to tell you that he needs a faster PC for winning. So that is the reason why he could not win the competition.
Akshay, no excuses for the GRE.
Okay, so Nikunj, do you have your headsets with you? Do you have a microphone with you? You can ask me your doubt directly. Nikunj, are you there? Okay, I think we lost Nikunj. Well, there's no problem. Nikunj, you can just type in your doubts. All right, just type in your doubts and send it to me, and I'll reply to your doubt right away. Okay. So, guys, how many of you were excited? How many of you were all pumped up for the GRE's millisecond moment? I was boosted, says Srijan.
Did it bolster your confidence, guys?
I'm sure it might have. Because now all of them understood the importance of time. Every second counts in their exam. Alright. So shall we move forward, guys? Shall we move forward? Now let's enter the next segment of the online seminar. The next most important part of your GRE. Exactly, GRE RC. So guys, tell me, how many of you see this picture? How many of you know what this, what the picture is about? Mowgli, says Anirudh. Alright, now why am I showing Mowgli, guys? How is it related to RC? Mowgli from Jungle Book. I always used to watch Mowgli. A long passage can disorient us, says Deepthi. What about the others? Why am I showing Mowgli over here? He's baffled, says Sriharsha. And Ka the snake. I think we have a lot of Mowgli fans over here today. Exactly. Guys, RC is long. Okay, RC is long. It might look easy. Okay, it might look easy because you can read and you can refer at any time. But the thing is, it's very long and it gets confusing. Now, just like the snake is long, okay, and it's very hard to tackle the snake. Correct. Now, it's hypnotizing Mowgli over here. This is exactly what RC does, guys. This is exactly what RC does in your actual GRE exam. Because it's a time-based test, it takes up a lot of your time. Now, guys, I would like everyone to read the sentence. Just come closer to your screens, and I would like everyone to read the sentence. And let me know once you finish reading. Done, says Dharani. Neha says done. Okay, now tell me, how many of you understood the sentence? Yeah, most of you might already might understand. Okay, Tejasvi, Farhan, Deepthi, Neha, Sriharsha, Pavan, Shruti, Anirudh. Okay. Now guys, can you tell me why exactly did you understand? What part of it made you understand this sentence? Pavan Puneet Singh says triggered. Okay. Well guys, the first thing is it's easy to read. Correct. It's easy to read. It's a simple sentence. How many of you agree with me? It's a very simple sentence. It's not complicated at all. And not only that, it's also easy to understand because there's only one idea. And it's also easy to retain in memory. Correct. How many of you agree with me, guys? Pavan Puneet says he agrees. Mihir says he agrees. Sure, says Samarth. Okay, now let's notch it up a bit. Now, guys, you can read this and let me know once you finish reading. Well, Samarth, I can assure you won't get such simple statements in your GRE exam. Alright guys, you can just, now I would like everyone to read this and let me know if you understood this or not. Or was it easy to understand? Guys, is it dinner time already? Where's the energy? Okay, Chiranjeevi is finished reading. Anirudh read. Okay. Now guys, tell me, was it easy? Was it as easy as the earlier statement? Now why is it, guys? Why is it? It was difficult. Now why was it difficult, guys? Exactly. Srijan says more than 3 or 4 sentences was framed. Correct. Guys, it's only one sentence, okay? If you notice, it was one big sentence. Because it was one big sentence, it was hard to read. Correct. Now, you would get similar passages for your GRE. It's hard to read, it's a complex sentence. And not only that, it's also hard to understand. Correct. Because it has around 5 ideas. Correct. And because it's one big lengthy sentence, it's hard to retain in memory also. How many of you agree with me? Guys, how many of you had to read the following the statement once or twice at least, minimum twice? Deepthi read it twice. Correct. Now when you read it twice or thrice, what happens is you tend to lose time. Correct. The complexity and organization, it strains the limit of short-term memory. Alright. So it often requires us to read the sentence again and again and again in order to understand it. I remember, when I was writing RCs, I always used to read it at least twice. And then I realized it was actually taking a lot of time. Now all of us know the problem, correct? All of us know why exactly we are spending a lot of time on RCs. Now how do we overcome it, guys? We know the problem. Now what is the solution for that? Exactly, Mrinalini is telling what to do. How do we overcome it, says Deepak. Well, what you need to do is you need to break in the flow of ideas. Alright guys? You can break the long sentences into more manageable ideas. Okay, I'll give you an example. Guys, how many of you like cakes? Okay, I know what you're thinking. It's dinner time and why is Abhishek speaking about cakes? Yummy, says Pavan. How many of you like cakes? Black Forest, says Gautam. Chocolate cake. Okay, guys, okay, Surbhi just had one. Alright, so if I give you a cake, a 3 kilo cake, alright, a Black Forest cake. And I ask you, okay, I ask you to eat the cake within like 3 minutes itself. Would you be able to eat the cake in 3 minutes? A big cake? Not at all possible, says Deepika. No, share it with friends. Pawan is a very, Pawan, I think Pawan is my best friend now from today onwards. Alright, now guys, if I give you a knife, okay, I give you a knife and I ask you to cut the cake into smaller segments, alright, small pieces. Alright, I ask you to cut into small pieces, and then I ask you to eat the cake. I'm sure within minutes the plate would be empty. Correct? 2.6 seconds, yes, region. Guys, this is what you need to do in your actual RC passage also. You break it into smaller segments so that you'll be able to tackle it. Alright? Now, how do we do that? How do we read a passage? Exactly, Mrinalini. You need to cut the sentences and understand. Well, guys, a passage is just a flow of ideas. Okay, it's just a flow of ideas spread over a number of paragraphs. Okay, it's an ocean of ideas. Now, what we need to do is we need to get the right idea and then move on. Alright? So again, you can use the same 3-step preparation method. Alright? But it's different over here. I'll tell you why. Now, for an RC, the first step what you have to do is you need to extract the ideas. Okay? You need to extract the independent ideas from the statement. And then you relate the ideas. You understand how the ideas are related. You understand the flow of the argument. Alright? And at the end, you need to draw a conclusion. Okay? Once you get all the ideas, you draw a conclusion. You try to find the tone of the passage, the attitude. Yeah, well, Pawan, see, initially when you're studying, it will take time, but with practice, you'll be able to do this mentally itself. Alright? Now guys, how many of you would like to know how exactly to extract ideas? Well, Shruti says it's time consuming. Yes, Shruti. Guys, I would agree. It is time consuming. Alright, but with practice, this can be done within a matter of minutes. Now, how many of you would like to know how to extract an idea? Shruti agrees with me. Nali wants to know. Harsha, Sanjeev. Well, guys, the first thing which you need to do is you need to mentally break a long sentence into smaller segments. Alright? Because each of the smaller segment, it will convey some information or the other. Now, let's see how to do this. Guys, the first thing which you need to do is you need to look for coordinating conjunctions in a long sentence. Now, what are these conjunctions? Well, look for words like for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Words like that. Alright? You need to use coordinating conjunctions. And then look for subordinating conjunctions. Exactly, Mrinalini. The conjunctions, they are used to join sentences together. Okay? Now you can use subordinating conjunctions. Words like after, although, as, because, before, if, since, though, unless, until, when, whenever, all subordinating conjunctions. Correct, Anish, transition words. Okay? Now even if you don't get all the words correct, it's fine. As long as you are able to segment it, it's fine. And then look for punctuation marks. Alright? Look for marks like comma, semicolon, colon, and hyphen. Alright, look for punctuation marks. Are we clear, guys? What are the things needed in order to segment a passage? Guys, would you like an example? Would you like to do a small little exercise? Pavan Puneet wants a passage to try. Alright, okay. Now, this is a typical first paragraph. Okay, this is the first paragraph of a typical GRE passage. Okay. Now, the first thing which we need to do is we need to identify the different lines. Alright, we need to identify the different lines. Now, guys, if you have a notepad pulled up, you can just take a notepad and you can segment it. Let's see how many of you can do that. Okay, so you just read it once and segment it. Now, the first line, in the 19th century, when women began to enter the factories, Jules Simon, a French politician, warned that by doing so, women would give up their femininity. Did you see what I've done over here? Exactly. I've just segmented it. Okay, I've segmented it. I've identified different lines. So here, there are 3 different lines. Correct. Now, guys, what was the next step? Exactly. Identify the segments. So here what I've done is I've identified around 6 segments. Okay. For each line, I've made it into two segments. Okay. Now, the first segment, in the 19th century when women began to enter factories. Now, guys, what is the segment trying to convey? Guys, I would like everyone to participate, alright? All of you can give your answers. What is the segment trying to convey? Women began to enter, says Anish. Telling about the situation, says Pavan Puneet. Once upon a time, some person says region, okay. Women began to enter factories in the 19th century, says Hima. Women started working, says Anish. Well, women entered the industry in the 19th century. All right, that is the idea. Now let's see what the second segment is conveying. Second segment conveys Simon felt women will lose their femininity. All right. Now what's the third segment, guys? Akshay says that's a threat. Okay, what's the third segment? What is the third segment trying to convey? It's a problem, says Bhavana. But what is the idea, Bhavana? Well, angels felt women will be liberated because of technological developments. Okay. Now let's take the next segment. That made possible the recruitment of the whole female sex into the public industry. Now what is this segment trying to convey? Well, the technological development made the recruitment of women in large numbers. Okay. Now, observers thus differed on the social effects of mechanization. Well, it just means that they had a difference of opinion. Okay, they had a difference of opinion on the social effects of mechanization. But they agreed it would transform women's lives. Correct, they agreed it will change the women's life. Now, guys, how many of you found it hard to read the old passage which I showed you earlier? How many of you read it twice or thrice? Okay, now guys, just read the ideas over here. Women entered industry in the 19th century. Simon felt women will lose their femininity. Angels felt women will be liberated because of technological development. The developments made the recruitment of women in large numbers. They had differences of opinion on social effects of mechanization, but they agreed it would change women's lives. So do you see, guys, which method is easier? Do you want to read the passage twice or thrice or even 4 times, or do you just want to read the idea? Which is a more fun way of learning? This is a lot easier, says Mrinalini. This is better. Guys, how many of you would like to see what students had to say about the same preparation method, guys? The 3-step preparation method? What GRE toppers had to say about the method? Lijo Anthony, he is a working professional. He works in a company in Dubai. He got a total GRE score of 323. He got a verbal score of 160. Lijo also used the same 3-step preparation method and excelled in his verbal section. Satakshi also excelled in a verbal section. She again used the same 3-step preparation method. She got a total GRE score of 330. Guys, would you like to listen to the GRE toppers directly? Would you like to listen to their GRE experience? How many of you would like to listen to them directly? Definitely, says Hima. Srijan would like to listen. Anish, Deepak. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll send you a link. Okay, I'll send you a link, and all you have to do is just click on that link. Click on that link and you can directly listen to their experience. Pavan Puneet says he listened to them. How did you find it, Pavan? How did you find their experience? Awesome, says Pavan. Guys, GRE has helped more than 250 students to boost their GRE scores. Alright, we have more than 250 students who have scored 320 plus. Alright, let me correct you. There's just a new update right now. Shubham from IISER Bhopal, he got a total GRE score of 334. He got a total GRE of 334. Akash got a total GRE score of 320. Alright. The score, they just reported their score now. They just wrote their exam today. I'm sorry, Saurabh got a total GRE score of 334 and Akash Jain got a total GRE score of 320 plus. Guys, let's see a few more GRE toppers. Alright. Apurva got a total GRE score of 335. Kavya got a total GRE score of 332. Sharatullah 330. Dinakaran, Raki and Anis all got a score of around of about 320. Guys, would you like to see all the 320 plus scorers from GREH? Would you like to see the GREH Wall of Fame? Alright, well guys, I'll just send you a link. Alright, I'll just send you a link. You can click on that link and you can view all the GRE toppers from GREH. Guys, would you like to know how exactly they reach their target score? How many of you would like to know how to reach your target score? Or how many of you would like to know how GRE will help you with your GRE preparation? Deepthi would like to know. I would love to know, says Hima. Samad, surely. Anirudh's friend is also enrolled in his course. Well, Anirudh, what's his name, Anirudh? How was his GREH experience? Well, Samad, my colleague's name is also Samad. We have two Samads over here in the online seminar. Okay, Anirudh's friend's name is Aishwarya. Alright, how is her preparation going on? Aishwarya Prasanna. Aishwarya Prasanna from Bangalore. If I'm not correct, she got a total score of around 330. Is it correct? Okay. So guys, how many of you would like to know how GRE will help you with your GRE preparation? Okay, well guys, in GREH, as soon as you enroll, you will be assigned two trainers. Okay, one trainer will be for your verbal section and the other trainer will be for your quant section. Now guys, when you have fever, okay, when you have fever or you have when you're not feeling well, when you go to a doctor, what is the first thing a doctor does? As soon as you visit a doctor, what is the first thing he does? Checks your temperature, okay, checks the health, blood pressure, asks questions, check up, diagnosis. Okay. Well guys, just like a doctor doing a diagnosis, your GRE's trainer would give you a verbal and a quant diagnostic test. Okay. They'll give you a verbal and a quant diagnostic test. They'll give you a verbal and a quant diagnostic test so that they'll be able to understand exactly where your weaker areas are. Like a doctor giving you a detailed diagnosis, your GRE's trainer would give you a diagnostic test so that they'll be able to know where your weaker areas are. Okay. And with the help of all that information, they would give you a personalized study plan focusing on your weaker areas. Okay. Once they identify the weaker area, they'll give you a personalized study plan. So all your learning sessions would be attached 24/7. You just have to log in and prepare. Okay. Anytime you can log in, you can just open up your laptop or your tablet, just log in and prepare. Alright. Now guys, you would also get a lot of session-based tests, a lot of surprise tests. All your study materials would be there. Just log in and prepare. Okay. Now let's say, guys, what time do you like to study? How many of you study in the night? Mridalini studies in the night. I always used to study in the night. So guys, when you're studying in the night and you come across a doubt, how exactly do you clear your doubts? Google, says Gautam. Okay, but Gautam, when you search in Google, do you always get the correct answer? And when I search, I get more than 1,000 results and I won't even know if it's correct or not. Not every time, correct. So if you study like that, won't it affect your GRE preparation? Dinesh says call a friend. Well, Dinesh, I'm not sure if you call your friend at 2 o'clock in the night, he'll be fine with that. Well guys, that is why we've developed a feature called as Ask a Doubt. Alright, so all you have to do is just click on Ask a Doubt, a chat box should appear, you type in your doubts and click on Submit, and your doubts will be directly forwarded to your trainers. Alright, now how many of you have heard about the millisecond monitoring and personalized feedback? I'll tell you what it is. Now the software was developed by the research and development team in GRE Edge, and it was rated as one of the best softwares developed in India by CII. Okay. Now what the software does is it records each and every mouse click of yours in the website. Okay. So each session, each of your mouse click will be recorded, and your trainers would be able to know exactly what all sessions you're taking, how much time you are spending per session, how many sessions you're taking, what all sessions you're taking. Guys, with the help of all this information, your trainers would give you a personalized feedback on your preparation. Alright? For each individual student, you would get a personalized feedback. So tell me guys, if you have a feedback like this, what will happen to your GRE score? Increases 340 says Sanjeev. Mary's 330 says Pavan Puneet. It boosts says Chandra Prakash. Definitely. And not only that guys, you would also get a number of revised GRE style tests, actual GRE style tests. Okay, actual 4.5 hour computer adaptive tests. Now your program, it also includes 2 personal coaches, okay, a verbal trainer and a quant trainer, extensive study materials which can be accessed 24/7, and there's also an exclusive student welfare group, okay. They are also a student welfare group where they take care of your non-academic related needs, okay, your admission counseling and visa help, everything, how to book a GRE date, everything, okay. And not only that, there's also a dedicated Facebook group where you can speak to other fellow GREH members, other fellow GREH students. You can clear your doubts over there. And there you will also get a number of vocab apps like the theme-based word list and the word tracker. A lot of vocab apps would be provided. And there will also be a lot of guest seminars by industry experts, okay, like how to get a visa, how to book a GRE date, how to get a finance, how to get a bank loan. Lots of exclusive guest seminars would be there. And guys, you would also get a lot of reminders and alerts. Now, in case you're not preparing, in case you're going out on a vacation with your friends, okay, your GRES trainer would remind you about your GRE preparation. They'll give you reminders and alerts. So it's basically like a teacher next to you, okay. And you'll also get a progress report app where you'll be able to compare your scores with the scores of other students who have achieved your target scores. Okay. Now, in case there's any dissatisfaction in your GRE preparation or in your GRE program, just type in Quality Bell, just click on Quality Bell, and then you can directly send an email to our managing director. Okay. So tell me guys, if you prepare this way, how many of you feel that you will definitely reach your target score? Tell me honestly. I will, says Pavan Puneet. Sri Harsha, I will. Anirudh, I will.
All right.
Guys, we have a small question for you. How many of you have seen the movie Three Idiots?
How many of you have seen the movie Three Idiots? Smriti has seen, Sriharsha, Mrinalini, Gautam. Sanjeev has seen 19 times. Oh my god. Alright. So guys, do you remember the character Ranchod Das Chachad, played by Amir Khan? Exactly. So guys, what was his quality? Did you ever see him studying in the movie? Did you ever see him studying in the movie? No. I'm sure no. I didn't see him studying in the movie. So how did he manage? How did he manage to get good marks? How could he manage to get better marks than his roommates, than his friends? Pradeep says smart work. Okay. Exactly, guys. So guys, let me ask you: if you have two situations, you have to study very hard across the year, throughout the year, every day, or you have to slog for the last 2-3 days. And there is a third option. You just prepare for the optimum amount of time that is required. Which one will you choose? Srijan says third. Let me put it this way. You are given two options, hard work or smart work. Which one will you choose? Smart work. Exactly. Alright, so guys, answer this poll question. Since we are talking about smart work, what do you think is the ideal time required to prepare for GRE? There will be a poll question on the screen. I'll read it out for you. What do you think is the ideal time required to prepare for GRE? 1 to 2 months, 2 to 4 months, 4 to 6 months, 6 to 9 months, and don't know. Okay. So guys, I see 58% of you have answered. How about the rest of you? Okay, so guys, here are the poll results. 45% of you have said 1 to 2 months and 33% of you have 2 to 4 months. I'm sure if you ask anybody, they'll say 3 to 4 months or 2 to 4 months or 1 to 2 months is the optimum time to prepare for GRE. So guys, keeping this in mind, we have asked many students what is the optimum time to prepare for GRE. They said 2 to 4 months. And considering this, we have introduced a new program called the Smart GRE program. Alright, GRE has introduced a Smart GRE program. 120 days, it is valid for 120 days, and minimum recommended hours are 180 hours for preparation. You'll get 3 full-length adaptive tests, 7 GRE style tests for quant and 7 GRE style tests for verbal. We'll get an audio-visual word list, learning and practice session, along with 2 personal trainers, 1 for verbal and 1 for quant. You'll be able to attend many interactive live seminars, and you'll be getting help in analytical writing. All this at rupees 6,500. The inaugural offer, we are giving it for a 1,500 rupees off. You'll be able to, if you enroll now, if you enroll today, you'll be able to avail the offer, claim the offer. Instead of 8,000, you'll be able to enroll for rupees 6,500. Guys, the offer is valid till 17th of this August, and so I would request you to enroll as early as possible if you're interested. All right, guys. Okay, so guys, here's one more poll question for you. Would you like GRE to help you with your preparation? Definitely, I would love to. Yes, but I need to talk to a GRE expert. Maybe later, I will prepare myself. I have already joined GRE Edge. Which one is your choice? Guys, I'd like every one of you to answer this question so that we'll be able to help you better with your preparation. Guys, and yes, there is a small activity at the end of the seminar. Let me just remind you. Guys, I see 65% of you have voted. Guys, I want responses from all of you. Pawan already knows that it's the Academy Award. Exactly. Alright guys. So guys, let's now start the GRE Academy Award. But before we do, there is one more question for you. What should be today's GRE Academy Award? If you were the winner of today's GRE Academy Award, what would you choose? A pizza meal for you, your family and your friends? A GRE book of your choice? Flipkart voucher worth ₹500. What would be your option? GRE book of your choice. Deepika says. Deepika wants a GRE book. Pawan also wants a GRE book. Okay. So guys, how about the rest of you? If you ask me, I personally would go for a pizza meal with my friends and family. Anirudh wants a Flipkart voucher. Mihir says he just ordered a pizza. Mihir, if you win the GRE Academy Award right now, you could have 2 pizzas at a time. Okay. Okay guys, so shall we start today's GRE Academy Award? Yes, I was expecting more of a bring it on kind of reaction. Okay. Guys, here are the poll results. 9% of you have gone for the pizza meal for your family and friends. GRE book of your choice, 74% of you have gone for the GRE book of your choice. Flipkart voucher worth ₹500 has been opted by 17% of you. So guys, because of the clear result, poll results, will be giving a GRE book of his or her choice to the winner of today's GRE Academy Award. So guys, are you ready? Shall we start? Anirudh says, come on. Okay, that's the spirit, Anirudh. Alright, guys, all you have to do is you have to log on to our Facebook page. You check the latest poll on our latest post on our Facebook page, and you have to answer the poll that has been posted. I'll send you a link. You have to click on the link, log on to our Facebook page, check the latest post on our Facebook page, and answer the question. Form a sentence with each of the following words: reinforce, encourage, fortify, and impede. You have to form 4 sentences. One word in each sentence. You can use one word in each sentence. Alright, and our judging panel will decide the winner shortly. Guys, I've sent you the link. You can go to our Facebook page and answer the latest post on our Facebook page. The GRE Academy Award. Form a sentence with each of the following words: reinforce, encourage, fortify, impede. Guys, have you got the link? Have you got the link, guys? Sai Kiran, just refresh your page, you'll be able to see the post. Alright, I see a few responses already. Guys, I'd like all of you to participate. It's okay if you're not able to answer correctly. I'd like all of you to participate. Alright, the winner will get a GRE book of your choice. Alright. Okay, guys. Once you're done posting, your answers, you can type in your queries in the chat box of the webinar chat box. Abhishek will answer your doubts. All right. Let me remind you once again, guys. You have to form a sentence using each of the following words: reinforce, encourage, fortify, and impede. While you are asking doubts, our judging panel will decide the winner on various criteria. All right. Once you're done posting, you can ask your queries to Abhishek. Abhishek will answer your doubts. Back to you, Abhishek.
Definitely, Mani. I'll be glad to answer all the doubts. So guys, it's very interesting. You can select your own gift. Mani, can I also participate in the Online Academy Award?
I'm sorry, Abhishek, for the student.
Okay.
I wish I could allow you.
I mean, but then I would love the pizza. I would love a pizza meal. I'm actually hungry. Yes, Tejasri, I'll definitely send a recording. Guys, you can ask me your doubts. Guys, you can ask me all your doubts. Well, Rahul, there are deadlines to apply for scholarships, okay? Because each university, they would have an application deadline and a scholarship deadline. So if you're looking for scholarships, ideally you would have to at least look at it 6 months before your admissions. You just log into the university website page and you can get the exact details. Which university are you looking for, Rahul? Well, Deepika says she missed the part before RC. Well, Deepika, we discussed about vocab, how to learn words. Alright. Definitely I'll send you a recording. Don't worry about it. Okay. Guys, you can ask me all your doubts. I think Mani, all of them are very much interested in participating for the Academy Award. I can hear a lot of typewriting noises over here.
Yes, Abhishek. I see already along here. I'm sure the judging panel won't find it easy.
I would agree with you.
I feel lucky that I'm not in the judging panel.
Sriharsha has answered, Mani. He told us Sriharsha has answered. Well, Karishma, if your percentage is not that great, see, it's okay, it's fine. Because the thing is, see, unless you invent a time machine, you cannot go back and write your exams and improve your percentage, correct? So the next thing which I would suggest you to do is that work hard in your GRE scope. Well, Dinesh, ideally, I would suggest you to prepare your preparation time. I will ideally suggest you to prepare for like 3 to 4 months and then give your exam. The Smart GRE program would definitely be suitable for you. Well, Deepika, there are centers in Chennai. If you would like more information, I'll just send you a link, okay? www.ets.org and you can find it over there. Dharani is asking if GRE Edge would provide TOEFL training. Well, Dharani, GRE Edge verbal trainers are of very, very high quality, okay? GRE Edge verbal trainers are of very high quality. So I don't think you would require any specific help for your TOEFL. Chandra Prakash, since you're going to the United States, I would suggest you to work on your TOEFL. My percentage is low, but I have scored 90 plus in all maths papers and engineering. Well, if your percentage is low, yes, that is a factor, but it doesn't stop. It should not stop you from doing your masters. All right. I would suggest you to work hard in your GRE. Have you done any paper presentations? May I know your name first? Does GRE subject test help me in strengthening admissions? Okay. Pawan Puneet, see, I would suggest you to aim for a score of at least 310 plus. What kind of university are you going for? See, if you're going for a top ranked university, I would suggest you to aim for a score of 325 plus, or if you're going to a medium ranked university, then 310 plus. Well, Mrinalini, top ranking universities, they would look for your scholastic potential, and that is where your GRE score would help you. Alright, so the higher you get, the better are your chances. Well, Sai Kiran, you can definitely skip, you can definitely switch your subjects, okay, but you need to, in your SOP, there should be a strong enough reason.
Abhishek, let me give everyone a short update on the contest.
Definitely, Mani.
I see a lot of responses already, but it's still less than the millisecond moment. So I guess lethargy has filled in. Guys, I'd like more people to answer, more of you to answer. You can even ask your friends to answer on the post. Share it with your friends. Alright, our judging panel has a constant eye on your answers. Alright, you can still answer if you haven't answered. Alright, back to you, Abhishek.
Satya is asking, do US universities consider our academic score, or is it just GRE score? Well, Satya, it's a balance between your academic and your GRE, right? Academic score, your GRE score, your SOP and LOR, all factors are very important. Well, Sai Kiran, you need to work on your statement of purpose. You need to mention why exactly you want to switch to the IT field, the IT sector. But that won't be a problem. You just need to mention. Well, Dushyant Sai, minimum score to get a funding. See, it depends on which university you are applying to. See, if you're planning to apply to a top ranked university, if you are looking for funding, then minimum you need to aim for a 335 plus. If you're looking for a mediocre ranked university, you can get a full funding by just scoring 310 plus, 320 plus. So it completely depends on which university you're planning to apply to. Pawan Puneet, see, less than 200 also for Indian standards it's good because it's still higher than IIT. Do you know the IIT rankings, Pawan Puneet? That's what, it's around 275. So even if you're looking for a less than 200 ranking, it'll still be good.
Alright guys, the results have come up. The judging panel has announced the results. Shall we announce the results, guys? Are you waiting for the results?
Alright guys, can you take a guess who could be the winner for today's GRE Edge Academy Award? Can you take a guess? Akhil says myself. Akhil is confident. Okay. Sriharsha says I am even waiting for the answers to my question. Okay. Alright guys, results are out. Let me announce the result. After a long heated discussion among the judging panel, they've decided that today's GRE Edge Academy Award winner is Sriharsha P. Give a big round of applause for Sriharsha. Very well done, Sriharsha. That was fantastic. Sriharsha was himself waiting for the responses. So Sriharsha is really excited to win today's GRE Edge Academy Award. Sriharsha, Gautam, Anirudh and everyone else is congratulating you. Even the judging panel and all my colleagues here are congratulating you. Well done, Sriharsha. Pawan Puneet is also congratulating you. Okay. Alright guys, that was a really exciting seminar today. I really enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. Alright, since there were more than 200 students attending today's online seminar, it was quite difficult to answer all of your queries. We had more than more than 1500, more than 2000 doubts flowing in today. So it was very difficult for us to answer all of your questions. But don't get disheartened, don't get disappointed. Okay, if your doubts were not answered, if your doubts were unanswered, we'll answer all of your doubts and update it on our website, and we'll notify you through via email. All right, we'll send you an email. We'll answer all of your questions and send you an email. Also, if you have by chance missed today's online seminar, we'll send you a video recording of that too. Okay. All right. So guys, how many of you would like to receive the video recording of today's online seminar? Would you like to receive the recorded version of today's webinar? You can answer the poll questions. If you'd like to receive a online recording of today's online seminar, we'll send it to you. Dushyant Sai would love to share it with your friends, with his friends. That's really good. We'll soon update you with the recorded version of today's online seminar, guys. Pawan, you can find the video recording of the last seminar on our Facebook page. We have updated on the Facebook page. You can find the link there. Okay, guys. So, guys, how was today's online seminar? How was today's seminar? Shardul says, simply great. Awesome. Fantabulous. Loved it. Great. Useful. Jaw-dropping. I hope that was a positive jaw-dropping, Anirudh. Okay. Good to see so many positive adjectives for today's online seminar. Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you for attending today's seminar. Guys, if you have any doubts to be clarified, you can always call us at 98844-53276, or you can even email us at info@greh.com. All right. Any queries or any concerns or any doubts, call us at 98844-53276, or email us at info@greh.com. The phone number and email are on your screen. All right, thank you for attending today's online seminar, guys. It was fun having you with us today. And all the best for your GRE preparation. Hope you all score well in your GRE. All the best and have a good day.